Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Monday, 13th February 2017. I am Fredicia Liebert. As part of the activities marking the second anniversary of the Team Unity government, the Federal Cabinet hosted a retreat on Nevis at the Four Seasons Resort today, Monday, February 13th. The Prime Minister and ministers, along with a security detail, arrived via water taxi at the Four Seasons Pier and were welcomed by Senior Minister in the Federal Government and Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Vance Amory.
Those of us who have been involved in this whole the history of Team Unity and of the strengthening of the bonds between St. Kitts and Nevis in a genuine way, I think we are happy to have this meeting, and I believe that we shall have a very productive meeting. And when we meet this evening, we shall also get a report on what we've been able to accomplish as a result of this unity government for St. Kitts and Nevis.
Prime Minister Harris, in his opening remarks, hoped that the cabinet retreat yielded success for both St. Kitts and Nevis as they continue to work in the best interests of the Federation.
We believe that in the spirit of building the best possible relations between the federal entity and the NIA, that it is important that the federal government's presence be felt in Nevis and that Nevisians can feel a sense of proximity to the decisions that are being made federally, which will impact upon their lives and livelihoods. In this regard, we are hoping that this will not be the first occasion, but we will try from time to time to rotate the holding of our cabinet meetings in Basti and Charlestown.
The activities for the second anniversary continue this evening at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall with a town hall meeting.
We will have occasion then to speak more about our relationships, our relations between the federal entity and the NIA. But we are grateful that we have made some fresh start in terms of building the deepest bonds between our two people.
The Team Unity is a unification of three political parties: the People's Action Movement, the Concerned Citizens Movement, and the People's Labour Party, and was elected to office on February 16, 2015, receiving some 7 seats of a possible 11 seats in Parliament. The government has embarked on a no-nonsense plan to address the issue of crime in St. Kitts and Nevis. Prime Minister of the Federation, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris, has called on the youth of the nation to think of the security forces as an option for their career path. The Prime Minister gave the encouragement when he addressed the nation at his last press conference.
This year we will add close to 100 additional persons across our security agencies. So young people out there who are motivated to bear arms in defending their country, opportunity for work is there. We hope that some of our young bright people in our schools, some of our athletes with their physical fitness, agile body, and able mind can be encouraged to become part of our security services. 30 persons will be recruited by March by the Defense Force, and their training will start early in March. We hope that the police will start soonest thereafter, if not before.
Another of the crime-fighting strategies being employed across the Federation is that of closed-circuit television, where public spaces are monitored electronically. The Police High Command is in full support of this initiative as it seeks to make their work easier.
CCTV is used throughout the region, throughout the world, as a crime-fighting mechanism, especially in light of the fact that persons are not, witnesses to crime are not so willing to come forward and give evidence.
As part of this society, our people need to take their role seriously. There are persons witnessing these crimes in broad daylight and refusing to speak to the police. The thing is, there's a marked distinction between information and evidence, that which we can put before the court to secure a conviction. And victims themselves who are being wounded will tell the police outright that we are not speaking to you. We are not telling you what happened. So then how are we to solve matters of those when we are not getting the cooperation from the victims nor the public?
That was Police Commissioner Ian Quealy. The press unit of the Prime Minister's office also highlighted a national security consultation that took place at the Marriott Resort late last week, where stakeholders were invited, the goal being to further tweak a crime-fighting strategy.
The one-day symposium, which focused on uprooting crime and violence, featured an engaging and relevant keynote presentation in the morning by Dr. Niels Chaitan, as well as group work and the discussions facilitated by him in the afternoon. Dr. Chaitan is a crime reduction specialist and a social skills consultant who is working with the Team Unity government.
That was Press Secretary to the Prime Minister, Valencia Grant. Deputy Commissioner Police Hilroy Brandy, reflecting on the National Crime Symposium held on Thursday, 9th February on St. Kitts, said he was heartened by the turnout and the participation of stakeholders at the event. Deputy Brandy said the stakeholder attendance and participation yesterday was encouraging, and in our group we took a moment to look at it as a foundation for continued partnership. He added, we saw people we would not have normally identified with a specific area, so it gave us an opportunity to network in hopes of building stronger relationships with the communities. The deputy then added, improving our community engagement and involvement is one of our priorities for 2017. We want to be more engaged in the communities we serve, so this event has provided us an opportunity to meet more persons who are active in their communities, and in due time we will reach out and partner with them in their efforts and ours in building stronger communities in St. Kitts and Nevis. Deputy Brandy said the symposium was a well-developed initiative and looks forward to the outputs. Still to come, Education Officer Adina Taylor encourages persons to sign up for the hospitality workshop. The details after this break.
On January 30, 2017, the Alexandra Hospital will be issuing health ID cards to all patients accessing service as part of the introduction of our Health Information System, HIS. The process is simple and will take just a few minutes. A photo will be taken of each individual accessing service, and within minutes, your card will be printed and issued. You will be required to present this card each time you access service at the outpatient department. We are craving the public's cooperation as we implement the new system, which will be of benefit to all. When fully operational, it will significantly improve the quality of service and reduce patient waiting time. Remember, the start date is January 30, 2017. Join the movement in health.
I got my card.
Welcome back.
This was always something that I really wanted to do, but I could not find a facilitator. I happened to attend one of Mr. Wallace's classes and started talking to him about what I wanted to do. And he said, yes, Mrs. Taylor, I can do this. This is one of my projects too. I would really like to do it. And so I said, okay, let's join up and we are going to do it. So I am so happy that we are able to finally offering it. And I'm really tired of persons telling me, oh, they're going to a store or they're going to thing, and some persons are so rude. I don't know why we Nevis are so rude. We can't be really nice and polite to persons. So I'm hoping that this workshop will really help us all.
Education Officer responsible for adult and continuing education, Adina Taylor, outlining what prompted the hospitality workshop. The workshop is scheduled to take place on Monday, 20th February, for a duration of 6 months. Facilitator of the workshop, Sylvester Wallace, gave some insight as to what will take place during the workshop.
We will be doing like guest services workshop, food and beverage workshop. We'll be also doing in the culinary skills, like table settings, table etiquettes, as we will call it, customer service skills. We have a whole lot housekeeping department. We'll be doing a whole lot bartender department. So it's a very challenging and it's going to be a very good workshop for all young people and eligible people alike.
The workshop is a collaboration between the Department of Higher Education and the Adult and Continuing Education and Technical and Vocational Education Training TVET. The workshop will take place on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 6 p.m. at the Charlestown Primary School. Interested persons can contact the Department of Higher Education at 469-0389. The Diocese of the Northeastern Caribbean and Aruba is celebrating 175 years and as a result is hosting 12 months of celebration in each of the 12 islands. 2 activities have taken place so far. On Sunday 5th, there was a presentation on church's history at the St. Paul's Anglican Church, and last Saturday there was a pilgrimage where various parishioners walked from the St. Thomas's Anglican Church to the Cottle Church. In a recent interview, Reverend Christopher Archibald outlined the next event planned.
On Sunday the 19th of February, at around 4 o'clock, we want to have a procession from Memorial Square in Charlestown to the Cultural Complex. We want to have a banner with our theme. The theme for our celebrations is celebrating our heritage, seizing the moment, embracing the future. And after we make our way up to the Cultural Complex, we are hoping to have a talent explosion where mainly our young people would have an opportunity to express themselves and to share with each other and also to let persons know what it means to be Anglican, how the Anglican Church has helped them. We're hoping to have a speaker for about 5 to 7 minutes who will share some of his experiences. A young person, he will share some of his experiences as being an Anglican.
Reverend Christopher Archibald says the march will begin at the War Memorial Square in Charlestown and make its way up to the Cultural Complex. The Diocese of the Northern Caribbean is made up of 12 Eastern Caribbean islands: Anguilla, Antigua, Aruba, Barbuda, Dominica, Montserrat, Nevis, Saba, St. Barts, St. Eustatius, St. Kitts, and St. Martin. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.
Wally, the Queen of the Caribbean, bathed by its crystal shores, is the Caribbean's best kept secret. Nevis is known for its rich culture, which remains entrenched in the island's everyday life. We boast of having the Caribbean's greatest summer festival, Culturama. The birthplace of Alexander Hamilton, my little 36 square mile island, is the home of the Bath Hotel, which is the first built hotel in the Caribbean. Don't forget to take a dip in the therapeutic Bath Springs. Take a few minutes to trot down to the ever-famous Sunshine's Bar and drink a world-renowned Killer Bee. Live Nevis naturally by exploring the magnificent waterfalls and hiking to the top of our 32 Nevis Peak. Our lush vegetation and landscape deems a visit here the perfect escape. Nevis, Queen of the Caribbean.